Happening, guys? Back for another football fixture update. Interesting football fixtures this week with Brentford versus West Ham, Crystal Palace versus Leicester. What a game that was, 2-2, and Brighton versus Arsenal. But let's just tap into Brentford because Brentford are an interesting team, newly promoted side that have just come up from the Championship, haven't got a lot of money to spend, but the manager obviously knows what he's doing, providing on whether the players can keep injury free. I think Brentford could do a good job this season, maybe get into the top 6. Who knows? But Crystal Palace, always a bogey team for Liverpool. Yeah, got some really key players like Wilfred Zaha. Andros Townsend obviously played for Crystal Palace, but now plays for Everton. Oh yeah, another interesting football fixture, Man U versus Everton. Anthony Martial. Now, Everton played okay against Manchester United. They played all right. The defence wasn't really great. Manchester United were all over them in the first half. I watched that game, really interesting one. But Anthony Martial, what a player he is, scored in the 43rd minute. Man U could have at least kept the lead, but had to draw against Everton with Andros Townsend scoring in the 65th minute. But I just want to tap in to Liverpool. I watched that game yesterday with Liverpool. It was a really good game considering we played Manchester City, but we've always played well against Manchester City. We've always at least got 3 points against Manchester City, and we started the season well last season. I mean, obviously it didn't help towards the COVID times and the way COVID was, and then we had to take a break, and then we came back, and then obviously because Van Dijk got injured against Everton, and then it all went downhill from there, and it all escalated into a mess basically. But Liverpool, credit where it's due, they did play well, and yeah, it's just hard really against City. I wanted to win. I wanted at least 3 points because you know against the side what you're up against with the likes of your Phil Fodens, your Riyad Mahrez, your Sergio Aguero. Unfortunately, Sergio Aguero's not there, so I was more confident Liverpool beating City. I mean, if Sergio Aguero was there, who knows? They would have been all over us. But I feel like Liverpool, we should at least have had 3 points. I mean, City, fair play to them. They came out, they did what they needed to do. They've got a decent team with the likes of Raheem Sterling, like I say, Riyad Mahrez and your Phil Fodens. And let's just tap into one player, Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Kevin De Bruyne is a really great player, fantastic player. The way he executes his passes, the way he knows, the way he can pick out where he wants the ball to go, the fact that if Riyad Mahrez is there, he knows how to cross it in because he just knows that Riyad Mahrez is going to be there, right place at the right time. And that's what it's all about tactically with football. And that's why you know the players are great and you know who you're going to sign. And I think Pep Guardiola's got that down to a T. Whether or not he can do that in the Champions League for City, I do not know. I feel like City could do it in the Champions League, but it's always the case with Manchester City. They play well in the Premier League, which is a different story because they're up against your English teams. But the fact when they're in the Champions League and they're up against the Bayern Munichs, the Barcelonas, Juventus, all the other great teams, and then your PSG as well with Kylian Mbappe, and obviously Messi plays for them. But they did play really well against Liverpool. Like the first half, they were just all over us. They weren't giving us that time on the ball, which was great. And it was a great thing to see with City. They just weren't giving you the time. But with Liverpool, it was like we played well for the first 11 minutes and then it all went downhill from there. And with Mane, yeah, he started off really great at first when we first bought him. He was like red. He was like unbelievable, shall we say. But he's just not the player that is great anymore. I feel like there's more to see of him. There's more opportunity. There's more scope. But Salah is the only player that's literally doing what he needs to do at the moment. I feel like Jordan Henderson's the key. He's like the Rolls Royce in the midfield. But even Jordan Henderson wasn't really playing as what he should be like. Well, he wasn't really playing good football as what we see him play. To be honest, Alisson had a good game. There was a few key points that he made with the saves and stuff like that. James Milner always gets caught out all the time. I mean, James Milner, credit where it's due, gives 110% effort that he needs to in the team, and he thrives on it, and he's really good. And it'll be a shame to see him go, James Milner. Like, it'll be a shame for his retirement, but credit where it's due. He's played for like the likes of Aston Villa. He's been a long-serving player, and considering he's only 34 and he's been around a bit with the likes of Aston Villas and the likes of your Leeds United and the likes of your Cities. So he's even won Champions League with City as well. But we need fresh blood. It's just a shame that Harvey Elliott, promising young footballer, it's just a shame he's injured with a fractured ankle now and he's out for the season. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got, because before he got injured, he was a really great player, promising player. And we got him on a scholarship from Fulham as well at the age of 16. Now he's only 18. And honest to God, the ball he puts in as well, and he's really clever. He's a really clever player. But with Curtis Jones there as well, I feel like Liverpool can excel where they need to. I feel like we can excel to the top half of the table. So I feel like having British young players for Liverpool is like a key point. And the fact that like Curtis Jones is a local lad, and I feel like he's going to be the next Stevie G. And honest to God, because when I very first saw him against Everton, I felt like he was going to be a really top drawn player. I do. I feel like we've got it. We have got it. It's just how we maintain that and sustain it. And like I say, like I was making the point before, it's about keeping the players injury free. Whether or not we can keep the players injury free, I do not know. But the other interesting point that I want to say is, will Klopp, what I was seeing on the telly yesterday with Jamie Carragher interviewing Daniel Craig, and this was an interesting point. Will Jurgen Klopp be the next James Bond? I mean, he's a really great manager for Liverpool, and I tell you what, he's really excelling at Liverpool, winning the Champions League and then winning the title for Liverpool about bloody time. But will he be the next James Bond? Who knows? Now, if you've liked these football vlogs and you want me to do more, and you want me to talk about other football fixtures and other teams, let me know, comment down, like, comment and subscribe. Yep, and speak to you soon with more football fixtures.